Good.
All right, good morning. This is Chef Destiny and Chef Asya coming to you with Cooking and Learning with Care segment. Today is a beautiful Thursday, almost to the weekend again. We are doing cooking demos today because we didn't do them on Tuesday because of the elections. So just to give y'all a little bonus cooking demo. Asya, if you are ready, you can go ahead. But how's everybody doing?
Great.
Great, great.
Great.
Yes, I am ready. Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Okay, this morning. Today I'm going to be making some dishes with imitation crab meat. Definitely had used imitation crab to make some scalloped potatoes. And I just want to show you some other recipes that you can use with imitation crab meat. Just to give you a little history of imitation crab meat, it has been used in Japanese cooking for over 800 years. Its base is called surimi. Surimi, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's when they combine lean fish together and they grind it up and they form it into the imitation crab meat that you know it today. We usually put it like in pasta salads, but I'm gonna show you another dish that you can use for it. It's called a hot imitation crab meat dip. And what you would need is a package of imitation crab meat in a mixing bowl. You're going to need some cream cheese, sour cream, mayonnaise, Worcestershire sauce. Now I'm using horseradish sauce. It's gonna give it a little heat. If you're familiar with horseradish, they use it in cocktail sauces. You can use freshly prepared horseradish, but just know that when you cook the horseradish, it's gonna have a little heat to it, okay? A little something. So be sparingly with this if you're not used to this product. I'm using paprika for color, garlic powder, onion powder for my seasonings. And for my veggies, I have some diced celery, some diced green onion, and some diced red pepper. So basically what you would do is throw it all into your mixing bowl. I have my celery, my green onion, my red pepper. I'm going to use these other products according to just eyeballing it, okay? So I'll use maybe a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of the horseradish sauce because I like a little heat. A teaspoon of the Worcestershire sauce. And I'm just eyeballing it, like I said. Paprika for the color. Now you don't have to use salt for this because there is salt in the imitation crab meat. There's salt in the cream cheese. There's salt in the sour cream, and mayonnaise has salt. But if you want to use salt, you can, but you don't need to because there's enough flavor that you don't need salt. I'm gonna eyeball some mayonnaise. The cream cheese, you want your cream cheese to be room temperature, but if not, because this is going to go in the oven, it's okay. Put your cream cheese in there. And I'm just gonna season it with my garlic powder and my onion powder. Now this is going to be kind of thick. I'm gonna show you, hopefully I can show you. So you just mix it up. And I want you to see the consistency of it. Can everybody see that consistency? The sun is shining bright.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So you mix it. Now you would get a buttered, or you can do olive oil spray, Pam spray, whatever. You would take a dish that can go into the oven and you would put the mixture into the dish, put it in a preheated oven at about 300, 315, no higher than that. And you're gonna cover it with foil. And you're going to let it cook for at least 20 to 25 minutes for all those flavors to get to know each other, to talk to each other. And while that is going, this dip, you can use veggies for this dip. You can use crackers for this dip, chips for this dip, bread for this dip. I'm gonna show you just using your simple saltine crackers. You get a lined baking sheet with some foil, spray it. We're using regular store-bought saltine crackers, and you're gonna get some butter. And in the butter, I put a little bit of olive oil, some rosemary leaves, and a little bit of Italian seasoning, okay? You're gonna melt the butter down a little bit, get a little brush, and you're just going to paint your cracker. This is gonna give your regular saltine cracker a rosemary flavor.
Wow.
Something cute to go with your imitation crab dip, like a semi-homemade feel. So you would just paint it with the rosemary Italian seasoning butter, put it into an oven. It can stay on the same temperature as your crab dip because you just want to toast the cracker a little bit, okay? Now let me show you what the final product looks like. Get my camera. Excuse me, y'all. Are y'all able to see this crab dip out the oven?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I also have in the plate in front of it, I have some charred Italian bread that was garlic and herb flavor. I just used a cast iron skillet with no oil, no butter. I cut my slices of bread, just put the bread in there to char it a little bit. I like charred bread with dip, but that's just one way you can eat this dip. Here are our crackers. You can see the rosemary and Italian seasoning specks on them. It's really delicious. And then I just have some red pepper strips. You can use celery, any veggie that you want, just to use with your dip. Okay, that's a nice, this is good if you have an event that you want to go to. It freezes well. You can make it the day before, a week before, pop it out, put it into the oven, and you have something simple to entertain with. Okay, using store-bought imitation crab meat, and it's very delicious. It's very delicious. Now, if you wanted to take the same filling and stuff maybe, let's say, a bell pepper, you can, okay, and that would be a meal within itself. The only thing I probably would do, just to give it a little bit more bulkiness, maybe add some rice into the same mix, or maybe add some spinach, and you just cut you a bell pepper in half, scoop out the seeds and the inside, oil it with a little bit of olive oil, put your crab mixture into it, bake it in the oven. I would cover it in foil just to make sure nothing burns. Bake it in the oven. In about 15 to 20 minutes, you have stuffed imitation crab bell peppers. It's a one meal thing within itself, but it's just something different to do with the imitation crab meat that we're normally used to just putting into pasta salad. Are there any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
By the way, your hair looks beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I would like to say, is that term you use, charred, is that a culinary term or is that a fancy way of saying burnt?
That's a very good question. Charred is actually a culinary term, but you can go too far and make it just be burnt. But charred is a culinary term for just having burnt bits. For example, if you look at this bread, it's just bits of it that's charred. The entire bread is not charred. That makes sense. If it was burnt, all of this would look like the end part.
Okay. Okay, that's the difference. All right.
But we
Thank you
like
for asking that question.
that's a good question. But we like to char. Yeah, char is a culinary term. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
When you took those crackers, how long did you let them stay in the oven? About 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes. Yep, about 300, 5 minutes. You might, depending on your oven, you might be able to take it out quicker. But
Yeah.
just 300 and those crackers are really good. You can use them, of course, with anything, soup, and you can change up the flavor profile. If you don't want to use rosemary and Italian seasonings, I don't know. You want a little spicy, use a little cayenne pepper. You want a little bit more garlicky, use some garlic powder, a little bit of herbs. It's just a different way to jazz up some regular old saltine crackers.
I'm just giving a compliment and kudos. I like this Zoom class, and you all make it so fascinating. And if I was cooking and somebody came to my house and said, "Man, this is good," I say, "I went to culinary school."
That's a good one.
That's good.
All right, Asya, that was really good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like your Bantu knots.
Yeah, I love them too. They are cute. Girl, you look like you ready to go on the set of Wakanda.
Wakanda forever.
Forever. All right, y'all. So what I'm going to be doing for y'all today is some foil wrap recipes. We did tapioca style earlier this week with the parchment paper, but this time we're going to be using foil. I'm going to do 3 separate foil packs to show you. So I'm using sausage for one, beef sausage. I'm using salmon for another, and I'm using a steak for another. So you want to get you don't have foil sheets, that's fine. I'd rather use this whole foil anyway, but we have foil sheets at our job, but you can use just one big strip of foil. And if you want to see up close, it's under fresh air. All right. So for our first one, I'll do the sausage one. I took my beef sausage and I cut them on an angle, a bias, is what we call it. So I'm going to put those in the bottom. I'm going to do about 8 because these foil packs are for individual people. Now, unless you just want to make a giant one, then you can make it for more people. I took some apples I had left over. I took the seeds out and I cut them. I'm going to add these apples to this sausage. And I didn't know, well, I didn't ever eat it until I got down here in Georgia permanently and started working with the seniors that sausage and apples even went together. But the seniors like it, and it's really good. I like it. But most of the time we make a sauce with the raw apples with no skin on it and serve it with beef sausage, and it's really delicious. So these are beef sausage and apples. Here I have onions, mushrooms, yellow and orange and red bell pepper. And instead of broccoli or green bell pepper, I love zucchini. So I wanted to use zucchini. So I guess I can use my sister's favorite word now, deconstructed. This is like a deconstructed kebab, I guess. So we got our sausage and our apples. I want to season this first. So we're gonna put some oil on some olive oil on it. Y'all know my regular seasonings, and I love to use Mrs. Dash because it's no salt. My favorite onion and garlic powder. I know a lot of people use the onion and garlic salt, but the powder is just better for you. I also have a package of Lipton's you know, the onion soup mix.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only gonna put about a teaspoon on it, on the mixture. And because this one has apples, kind of sweet and savory, I'm going to drizzle some agave on here. And then we'll just start stacking our veggies. I'm gonna sprinkle some onions in there, some mushrooms, some bell pepper, zucchini, and I have some fresh chopped garlic here. Sprinkle some of that. You should try to incorporate garlic in your daily diet. So now I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit more olive oil on the veggies. Hit them with a little Mrs. Dash. All right, so this is what it looks like on the inside. Everybody can see that?
Yes.
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 So we're just gonna wrap it on up. We wanna seal it in real good. And we're gonna set that to the side. So this is our beef sausage and apple. We're gonna move on to our next one. Any questions so far? Has anybody ever made these before?
Yes,
No, I haven't.
Who said yes?
Juliet.
What kind did you make?
My dad was a Boy Scout leader, and he
Oh,
used to make those. They call them all in one,
All right.
and I make them now with because everybody in my family like different parts of the chicken. So
Yeah.
okay.
put the dark meat in one, and the white meat in another, whatever part of the chicken they like, and have their own dinner.
I like that.
That's kind of like the scout dinner my ex-husband used to make, but he used ground beef. He just
Yeah,
do ground beef balls with bell pepper, onions, potatoes, carrots, wrap it up in
Mm.
aluminum foil,
right.
season it with some salt and pepper, and put it in the oven. But you can season it with anything, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, I did forget my corn. I bought, these were whole ears of corn, and I just chopped them to about this size. I'm gonna add 2 of them in with our sausage.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I never put corn in mine. That's a good idea.
I've done that corn.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Does anybody know what this cooking process is called or what it's doing?
Nope.
Not
It's making a steam.
steam.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
steaming it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
All
just
right, so now I got 2 pieces of salmon. And we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna do our olive oil. But for the lemon pepper, I wanted to season it with, for the salmon, I want to season it with lemon pepper. And some herbs too. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little lemon pepper on the salmon. Our other trio, well, I don't think I'll wait till I put the veggies on. So we can start loading our veggies on here the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Onion, mushrooms. And Kim, this one is for you, so I'm gonna put some extra mushrooms. Is she still on here?
Okay. What kind of mushrooms you using?
Oh, Lord. White mushroom.
I like black mushrooms.
Well, I washed the black off of them this morning.
Yeah.
That's the black off.
All right, so everybody can see that, got our bell peppers and stuff. I'm gonna add some potatoes to this one and corn. So you got your whole meal in here. Your starch, your veggie, your protein. And add the corn. Now we're gonna drizzle with some more olive oil. And go ahead and season these veggies. It looks so pretty. Don't forget your Lipton's tea mix. Soup mix.
Oh, Lipton tea.
Sorry, y'all.
All right.
Destiny, what soup mix is that?
Lipton, onion.
Onion,
Lipton
okay.
onion.
And don't forget your fresh garlic. And we're gonna wrap this up. Miss Juliet, did you go camping too?
Yeah.
Your dad take you camping?
Yeah, we went camping with him.
Did you like it?
It was fun.
Oh, okay. So you know how to tie a knot and all them different slip knots and all that. All right, now last one is gonna be steak.
Oh, boy.
We're gonna do the same thing. I marinated this steak for about 3 days. I have some A1, my trio, mixed dash, onion powder, garlic powder, olive oil, a little brown sugar, some red pepper flakes, and steak seasoning. So this has been marinated for, the meat has completely turned the color of the marinade, so you know how long it's been marinated. I cut it up into strips. I also pounded it before I marinated it.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna throw this juice away. I'm actually gonna drizzle it on here when I'm through. All right. So, let's start our layering process. Onion. Bell peppers, mushroom. Zucchini. Some garlic. Our corn. Some potatoes. Which one would y'all eat?
I want the
All
steak.
3 of them? All 3?
I want the steak.
That's right. I want the steak too.
No.
I'll do the salmon.
All right, now we're gonna season this. A little more olive oil first. This one is a little bigger, so I'm gonna have to use some more oil. Any questions so far?
No.
Now with the Lipton soup mix, you said you only use part of it.
A teaspoon or two, because this Lipton stuff can be a little salty. I always wanted it for that extra little flavor.
Right. I know when I was cooking with those packages, I only use half because I found out it was too salty or,
That's right. So we're gonna wrap this guy on up.
I like that there aren't a lot of pots and pans to clean up afterwards.
Oh yeah, you just need one sheet pan, to lay all these different things on. Not the whole only dishes you really got is your prep dishes.
Right.
Serve it. I serve man just like it is. Take it up and put it on a big plate and hand it to them. They
Yeah,
open
of course.
eat right out of the foil.
Yep,
I see what do you think about this idea for Christmas, Auntie?
it works.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, we could do that.
You don't have to buy paper plates or nothing. It works.
And even with all the leftovers, I can make this one big stir fry if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can let people individualize it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
leave the different vegetables and stuff out and let people make it how they want to make it.
Yeah, that was my initial plan. If we're gonna do it for Christmas for our family dinner or whatever, set out a whole. Cause I wanted to do a seafood. Boy, I want to do something different. Cause I'm gonna have turkey and all that for Thanksgiving.
Right.
So I want
Right.
to do something different for Christmas. So this is another idea y'all can do as well. So many different proteins, so many different vegetables, so many different starches you can add to this. And it can just be very fun and creative. You set all this spread out, different toppings, everybody do their own. And even on mine, to keep it so I know what is what, good thing you can write on this parchment paper. Because when I put it in the oven, I put which one was which, the salmon,
Yeah.
sausage, or the steak. So even when y'all put it on y'all sheet pans with your parchment paper, you can write your family member's name by, so you can know who's is who. And also you can see whoever's afraid of cross-contamination, like if you don't eat steak, you don't eat seafood, nothing has dripped out of these wraps onto this parchment paper. Nothing. No
Okay.
juice. All the juice is still in the foil, and that's what you want. So, any questions before I open them up?
What's
Yeah.
the name of the paper you just said?
You said what?
What's the name of the paper at the bottom?
Parchment.
Barbecue?
Parchment.
Parchment.
Oh,
Parchment. It's a white paper. I got some up in the cabinet.
Yeah.
Oh, Sally. Excuse me,
Oh,
y'all.
don't forget that steak juice you can pour right in on your steak one. I'm gonna do that when I go to put it in the oven.
oh.
Just didn't want to do it now, so it'll be messy.
Put
All
the
right.
word parchment paper in the chat if whoever asked that question needs to see it. It's in the chat, parchment paper.
Okay, thank you. And you don't have to put water at the bottom of the pan, right, with that?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
That's a
Thank you.
question I was going to ask. In any of the cooking recipes, is that something that we do sometime?
I do that when I'm making cheesecake. When you're making cheesecake in a traditional cheesecake pan, which is the one that snaps open and releases the bottom. They taught us in culinary school when we put our cheesecakes in our pan, we put about 1 inch or 2 of water, and that was a different cooking technique to keep the cheesecake level and moist, and not to cook so fast. You know what I'm saying? It also was a kind of steaming, boiling, baking method, sort of. But there are other techniques you can use that when you're pouring your water in. I do it when I cook any meat on a rack inside of a roasting pan. If I want the flavor, I'll flavor the water so it can rise up into your meat. You also flavor your meat, of course, but you can also flavor your water, just like Asya and I showed y'all how to toast fennel seeds for flavor, or you could do flavor your oils with garlic and different herbs, stuff like that. So we're gonna open these up. Here we got the steak one.
Destiny,
Yes, ma'am.
did you say you cut your steak into strips?
Strips. Yes, I pounded it, marinated it, cut it into strips.
I don't want to put mine in strips. Do
You
I
don't
have
have
to?
to. No.
Okay.
I just did it. I did it for faster cooking time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go right over. This is the steak one now.
Oh, thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
And you see how those juices held up right in there. Everything is properly, evenly cooked. So move on. And the fun thing about these, when y'all get done, y'all can see it because I don't have an oven in here, but when you take it out the oven and sit it in front of the person who's gonna eat it, they open it and that steam just
Oh, yeah.
comes right on out. All right, our next one is the salmon. Oh, this looks good too. Everybody can
Oh,
see it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the salmon is up under there. I'm moving around so y'all can see that it's up under. And it's done.
Yes.
Right, so, and it's still actually hot. Just the steam that came out. And this is the sausage and applewood. Oh, wow, that smells amazing. And I would, I just thought about it, goes well with apple and sausage and sage. Sprinkle a little sage in that one when you're doing your seasonings. Oh, y'all see that one?
That's
Oh,
pretty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all the
That is
juices are
great.
still in there. You can rotate these juices around. And there you got it. 3 foil packed meals right there with everything you need. Protein, vegetable, starch.
That's
now
amazing.
what about the cooking times? The salmon, that
Yes, salmon, if you got, like the steak and the sausage can be cooked on one pan. If you got like seafood lovers, you can cook those on another pan because it is different cooking time. Salmon is definitely gonna cook quicker, but that beef sausage is really already done. You just heating it back up really. The steak is the only thing that's gonna take a little more time, but actually I put all 3 of these in the oven on this sheet pan at the same time for about 30 minutes.
okay.
What temperature?
350.
350. Okay.
I really hope y'all enjoyed the recipes for today.
Yes.
Asya's, yours was very delicious. Wish I could taste it, but I'm gonna have to make it, I guess.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And y'all have to try these recipes. If my family, we do it for Christmas, I will make sure I take some pictures so y'all can
Hey.
see what it looks like. And don't forget to try those cookie recipes I showed y'all
Right.
yesterday.
Right.
Cookie recipe.
The only thing I did notice about the cake mix cookies is that they are kind of a texture of a shortbread almost. Bite into it, it's not gooey, chewy, soft. It's more that shortbread, buttery, crumbly kind of.
I like that.
So that would be the only difference between the full regular cookie versus the cake mix recipe. That would be my only thing that I might say that it would steer me to just make my regular cookies. But it's not a bad cookie. It just depends on you and what type of texture you like. I do like shortbread cookies, but I do love soft and chewy cookies too. So that's the only thing that I noticed about the cake mix cookies. But they are easy. They are beautiful. And if we don't got any more questions, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all, if y'all missed it, we had karaoke this morning. And it was fun. Kim never ceases to amaze me with her
Yes.
singing.
Kimberly's always gonna have a good time.
She sang Sade today, and it was
She
really cute.
did, sang her heart out.
Good job.
So, we got 16 in class. Okay.
Yay.
Yay! Class is going up. That is so great. So we will see y'all tomorrow on Friday. I'm doing a whole talk on healthy skin tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk about the food benefit, what you can do to maintain healthy skin or improve your skin. as it is of now. I can't wait for tomorrow. Got a lot of good information to show y'all. Thank y'all,
Okay.
love y'all, and we will see y'all
You too.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
11:30, right?
11:30, yes, ma'am.
All right.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.